Hey everyone, welcome to Meal Prep Time with me, your girl, the Sweet Physique. Today I'm going to meal prep a dish with you guys that is super easy to make and very healthy. It's going to be a shredded chicken and orzo rice dish with sun-dried tomatoes and spinach. Before I get started, I like to wash all of my dishes and make sure that my countertops and kitchen is clean. It's so much easier for me to move and groove in the kitchen when I start with everything super clean and put in its place. The first step to this dish is prepping some of the ingredients. We're going to start by cutting an onion and using half of it and dicing it up. After that is complete, we're going to take about 3 to 4 cloves of garlic and dice that up as well. Next, we are going to halve all of the tomatoes. Now, if you're anything like me, I don't really care for tomatoes, but in this dish, when it's cooked with all of the other ingredients and steamed, it tastes really good and you don't get that straight tomatoey taste like that. You want to make sure that you have your baby spinach washed and set aside for when it's time to add it to the skillet. Next is the chicken. Now, for the purposes of the meal prep, I'm going to show you guys how I shred my chicken. But I'm going to let you in on a secret. To help me save time and be efficient throughout the week, I actually like to season and cook all of my chicken in a crock pot at the top of the week, pre-shredded, and keep it in plastic bags in my refrigerator so I can take it out and use it as needed. But with cooking your chicken in the crock pot, you season it, put it on slow cook, and let it marinate and do its thing for about a couple hours, and you're good to go. And then this handy dandy shredder device right here is such a time saver. You put a couple pieces of chicken in here, put the lid on, turn it from side to side, and within seconds, your chicken is shredded. Next, we're going to measure out our orzo rice. We're going to use about a cup of this for the recipe. Now it's time to get cooking. We're going to turn our burner on about medium heat. We're going to let our skillet heat up just a smidge, and then we're going to add some olive oil. Once we've given our olive oil a little time to heat up, we're going to add the onions. We're going to stir these around and let them caramelize a bit. Then it's time to add the garlic right at the end so they can caramelize all together for about a minute. Now we're going to add some chicken broth. This right here is one of my favorite brands. However, you can use just about any brand out there. And we're going to add about a half a cup to the caramelized onions and garlic. Then we're going to add our orzo rice to the skillet. Now it's time for the seasonings. We're going to add some Italian seasoning, then some crushed black pepper. Then to turn up the heat and add a little spice, we're going to add some cayenne pepper. And last but not least, some crushed red pepper flakes. We're going to stir all of this together, and then we're going to turn the heat up to about 8 so we can bring it to a boil. Once we get the ingredients to a boil, we're then going to turn it down to about 2 or 3 so we can let it simmer and cover it with a lid. We're going to let the rice and the contents cook like this for about 5 to 10 minutes until most of the juices have evaporated and the rice is soft. After we have accomplished that, now it's time to add some vibrant color to the mix. We're going to add our halved tomatoes. And then we're going to add some of our baby spinach. Last but not least, we're going to add the shredded chicken to the mix and stir all of this together. I personally like to add a little bit more chicken broth at this point just to ensure that there's enough juices to get everything marinated and mixed well together. Now, while we let that cook, I have a little bit of free time on my hands. I like to wash dishes if I have time to. That way, while things are cooking, I can get my kitchen back in order. I'm going to take a quick time out from washing my dishes and check in on our pasta dish. Oh my goodness, this smells so good. And look at those colors. While that's still cooking, I'm going to make baby girl some bottles. So a mommy hack that I like to do is I like to use a salad dressing mixer to make formula bottles by the batch. I have a video of this on my page where it goes into detail how I do it, but here's just a quick snippet of what that looks like. All right, now that that's complete, let's check on our dish one last time. We're going to add some Parmesan cheese to top it all off. And that concludes the dish. I'm telling you, this dish is so good and it's so easy to make. And you can do it in under 30 minutes if you already have your shredded chicken prepped. I highly recommend giving this a try. You won't regret it. And it's so convenient to make, store, and reheat. Thanks for tuning in, guys. Definitely more dishes coming soon. See y'all later.